Hi, it's Jon Binnie. I'd like to give this beautiful reflection for an incredible soul, Amanda at Jungle Princess on both Instagram and TikTok. And she gave me this really beautiful quantum healing session report. And I'd like to share my reflections with you as I walk through the email that she sent afterwards. First of all, she thanks me for the session. It's very powerful, and she was guided to use some more advanced frequencies. And that feels like a real compliment. Amanda's energy is very, very clear and high vibration. She does a lot of shadow work. And I know this from doing a deep session for her also. And I feel that it's so important for us in these healer modalities to be healed ourselves, to focus on our own healing as well. And that's a big thing I invest in, is having a clear energy. And then she talks about, she saw me in a dream the previous night, and that was really beautiful. She said that my energy was like, I was complaining about my energy being low in that dream. And so that was like on her consciousness as she went into this session. And that she found 3 candles to work with. There's the selenite and also the malachite egg. And for the selenite, I feel like it's very much about that clear, high vibration, clear communication with the astral realms, which was really beautiful. And then the malachite egg, I just felt like had such a beautiful pattern. And green, it's like my superpower is my heart chakra. And so she absolutely got that. It's also a big part of my, I use it for my branding, for my website. Like, you know, colors have energy. And this beautiful energy, I feel, connects so deeply with my heart. And she explained a bit about the session itself, that it took place at 10:30 a.m. her time. For me, it would have been 5 hours later. And I just felt like I did remember. I looked at my watch at that time because I felt this energy. So when I'm very sensitive as a spiritual mentor and a healer. And so when someone, kind of comes at me with their energy, and especially very powerful energy, I'm not only aware of it, but I have like an immediate energetic reaction. You know, usually it's to push them away. But my guides reminded me that I had given full permission to Amanda and that I fully trust her. And so I allowed her energy to enter mine. And that was just really beautiful. Like if we ever need a confirmation that this stuff is real, it's real. I didn't know that Amanda was doing it at that time. I didn't know it was Amanda until I checked with my spirit guides. And then Amanda confirmed later, like almost to the minute. Like I think there was like maybe a minute or two difference in that time. So that was really beautiful. Thank you for that, Amanda. And then she was focusing on alignment, my highest healing and rebalancing. She connected in with our guides and set up this multi-dimensional workspace, called forwards the white flame to run through my physical body, my energetic body, and clear any dark energies, any low vibration energies, cut cords, attachments, work on blueprint, thought forms, synthetic matrix programs, dark artificial intelligence recruitment, artificial intelligence technology, malevolent programs, and anything not aligned with your highest good. I was stumbling with AI there. It's quite funny. It's part of a big part of my day job, which is really funny. And she says that she also opened and closed the portal and sent back to source anything that needed to be transmuted back into light. And so the first frequency she called on was orange. What's really interesting about orange was when I would say up to the age of maybe my early teens, orange was my favorite color. And then she says the embodiment of the sun's powerful energies. So if you look on YouTube, with Shane from Unbiased and On the Fence quite a few years ago now, I think it was back in 2019, he gave me a quantum hypnosis session. And in that, I recall being our sun temporarily, like the soul in the sun and seeing the planets born. So that was just really beautiful. And it says, Amanda says, we require the sun to exist on Earth, and it acts as our localized energetic father energy. It's also the catalyst of opening portals and stargates. The frequency itself is very energetically charged and can act as a catalyst for dynamic movement that can create magnificent things, including stargates. 3 stars. The work you do is so evolved that I felt this frequency would be very helpful. And that's really beautiful, Amanda. Thank you for that reconnection with the sun. And yeah, I feel like I'm continually guided for a few years now, like this constant reminder of connecting my energy into the sun, the galactic sun, and into the source of love of this universe, because doing that fuels me. It like fuels my abilities, and it fuels my human and energetic form. Amanda says that she combined the orange with the violet today as their incredible combination for creation, and that they align with incredible changes. She says, I feel your music opens portals, and it is your medicine and gift. I just want to hold space for that, for receiving that beautiful compliment. Thank you so much. My music is, absolutely. It's a medicine for me, and I just love creating it. And even though after 142 albums and 2,300 songs since my awakening in 2017, like creating those songs has taken it's come second now to my energy healing work and teaching. I say it's come second. I still do it every day. So yeah, I just want to acknowledge that it still has a valuable place in my expression and my gifts, and I'm really delighted that it resonates with both you, Amanda, and in this reading. The orange energy will help bring you vibrancy and creation energy. While sitting with this energy, one of your guides stepped forwards, a beautiful fox guide. And I see foxes quite a lot. So where I live in Scotland, in Dunbar, down at the East Coast, I go for like 5 a.m. runs, and I see foxes probably every 2 or 3 days. Sometimes I see more shooting stars than foxes, and sometimes more foxes than shooting stars. But yeah, there's definitely some families that live in the area, and this is a really beautiful, powerful, focused photo of a fox. So thank you for that. I really love it. And he's reminding you to be clever and to look for new ideas and new ways of your work. Oh, I'm getting these like tingles, and my like sparkles, and my ears are ringing really high frequency. That's a real synchronicity, and it's quite funny because it's almost 5 days since Amanda gave me this session. And what's really beautiful is that since then I've been exploring like new ideas, and it's funny because I'd kind of forgotten like the ignition of that journey, which was from Amanda very much. And it's really beautiful because it feels like, for instance, my superpower is dragon light language. Like everyone keeps raving about it. And yesterday, a beautiful soul I followed for many years called Heather at Activation Vibration, she had shared on her stories one of my songs, and so quite a few more people like connected with me. And it was really funny because they weren't just like people that there were people that really wanted to learn more about dragon light language, and then they went into my website and started signing up for my spirit guide meditations, where they then can learn they can learn a bit about my journey, about my energy, and also what I do to there's like a whole meditation dedicated to dragon light language. And just today I was like asking some friends in a membership group, I was saying, oh, I have this like superpower, any suggestions? And they said, oh yeah, why don't you like offer a service for dragon light language healing? And I think that would be really beautiful. So yeah, definitely clever, looking for new ideas and new ways. And the fox is showing up for you and is also telling you it's a very lucky time for you and financial wealth is on its way. Woohoo! I'm really excited about that. The second frequency is called upon is the violet frequency or deep purple. It is a frequency of awakening and ascension. And this is where higher knowledge touches our individual reality. It allows you to continue to remain in individualized self, but also connect with unity consciousness and as a materialized being. Simply put, violet is the seat of wisdom. It is the realm of expansive awareness and the thirst for knowledge, the hunger for the truth. And she felt it would be wonderful for me on my journey. The violet does not lower itself to your level. Rather, it demands that you rise, that you raise yourself to meet yourself where it can find you. And it will help you when you use your clairvoyance, clairaudience, connecting with the ether, Akashic records, and multidimensionality. And the whale guide shows itself at this time, and I could see him jumping and swimming through the waters. And it's a killer whale, which is really fascinating. Very powerful orca. The whale represents a cosmic presence acting as a bridge between your earthly life and your celestial mysteries. His deep dives into your ocean can also be seen as a symbol for you to venture into inner depths to better understand your spiritual self. And the whale's song reverberating through the ocean depth stands for harmonic symphonies of the universe, a spiritual mantra guiding you towards unity and connection. Amanda's session I did for her, and there's some highlights for that, like focused so much on unity, and I thought that was so powerful for both of us. And then the whale, I love whales. I've seen whales in the wild here in the North Sea when I've been sailing. I used to sail loads in my teens and early 20s. And I just love seeing them, like humpback whales, and that was incredible. What else was I going to say? Also, like rising up to meet you at your vibration. I've become increasingly, how to describe it, like sovereign and like setting my expectation and boundaries around clients and around including those that join my training courses. And just this morning, I was sending some emails to people saying, look, this may or may not be the right time for you, but your decision time is coming to today, which is like you have to decide whether you sign up for the training or not. And if you don't, it's absolutely fine. It just might not be the right time for you. Excuse me, or I might not be the right person that you want to work with, and that's absolutely fine. But in the past, I would have just fallen in the habit of just allowing them to join anyway, and then ended up with clients and people on my work that weren't really fully invested. And I've given so many people more than enough ways of them being able to earn their way, not just with monetary, but other ways of getting into my training and sessions. So I feel like I've done more than enough. So I thought that was really beautiful. And this like deepening and honing of my gifts, that's really, really beautiful. And I feel like called to expand in my daily practice some of these deeper, more advanced techniques, such as dragon light language. Embrace the whale as your spirit animal in your journey, a deep introspection and self-discovery. As you traverse through life, let the whale guide you into your emotional depths, unravel your inherent wisdom, and attune you to your intuitive power. Remember, the whale symbolizes peace, harmony, and unity, crucial elements I'll say it again, crucial elements for a fulfilling life. So when the sea of life gets choppy, channel the spirit of the whale to navigate with grace, strength, and tranquility. Wow, it's so cool. And today's song that I released was called Surrender Gracefully, which is incredible because this is all in divine timing. And just really, really beautiful. I keep seeing, my guides keep showing me like I'm preparing a ship, like my ship, like for my business, for my spiritual mentorship business. Like I'm, getting all my services laid out, all my stock. I'm getting my energy like cleared and my abilities like honed and tuned. None of those things stop when I set sail to sea, but I'll be setting sail at the right time as the storm settles a bit more. And so that's really beautiful. And I'm also feeling guided to step more into, like in those moments of rest, to kind of go on those little like vision quests where I kind of, set this intention, but with no expectation that, I will find out more about myself in these moments, to see these moments of rest as productive. And in fact, they're some of the most productive. Third frequency I call upon is crystalline. Yay! Crystalline just keeps coming forwards, like for me, more and more and more. And I've been writing songs about it, meditations. These are magical times as our bodies are transforming into like crystalline. I bet I'm going to read some and then reflect on it. So it's all about activating the higher vibrations within an incarnated reality, and it brings matter into the higher. It brings light into the structures of all. It is the highest presentation of incarnated matter reality. Its source is non-material reality, but it works deeply within physical realities. This is the realm where the creator beings are born. These are individual incarnated beings that are tasked with creating all that exists within the universe. They are coded with crystalline geometric form. The crystalline energy is very high vibe, but approachable and to incarnated beings. Entire worlds are based on crystalline structure. Worlds like this are very balanced, based on unity, and hold extremely high vibrations. Maybe you remember living on a world like this. Yes, just remembering that as I recall it, as a vision of a pyramid like this photo below came up, and pyramid structures are so high vibe. You may be a keeper of this frequency, and you may also have done this in Lemuria. Do you remember that life? The frequency feels very uplifting, like nirvana, touching God and being in unity. Again, unity theme rises. So, where do I start? So much to share. I have remembrances of being the like a pyramid, like crystal, very much like this on the top of one of the pyramids in Giza in ancient Egypt. I also remember that same crystal was from Lemuria, like it was transported from Lemuria, and not like fully physically transported, like it was that it could be like teleported and transfer through dimensions, and that also that crystal pyramid is living, and that I was that crystal pyramid. So that was really incredible to experience, and those past life memories really helped me reflect on this life and understand like what it's like in this life, because I know that I've been shown recently that in this lifetime, like many of us, including me, gradually upgrade and transform to crystalline beings, and our human form, to some in lower vibrations, will die. But for those that can see and experience these higher vibrations and higher dimensions, will see us rise and in vibration and frequency and into crystalline form, and that they'll see that this ascension of our atoms and our cells is still very much living, and that we are able to live like, in the kind of fourth, fifth, sixth dimensions and upwards, and that we can talk to people, and we can, pay bills, and I don't know, go singing and dancing and just like everyone else. But we have a much higher reach because of our crystalline bodies. And it also explains a lot about why at this moment in this life, many of us are having problems with what we eat, because our bodies are being pushed up by like these galactic energies and our DNA upgrades, and yet we're consuming like heavy energies and poisons and toxins. And so that's like this ongoing struggle of purification. And unity. Yes, that keeps coming up for both of us, Amanda. She says, I ran all the frequencies back in time, forward in time, parallel in time, and alignment with the sacred fabric of reality for the highest healing and good of all. And I want to add that I felt it's quite interesting that your messages from my guides were also about unity. That's right. It seemed like the main message today was the same for my session too. Grateful we are aligned. Thank you again for all you do on Earth. Sending all my love, and let me know if you have any questions about the frequencies, Amanda. And some beautiful rainbows. Oh, I really love that. And there's just a short email below with me explaining a thank you. And this is maybe my biggest thank you I've ever done. And I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Amanda. There's so much in here. Like if I without giving you motion sickness, if I recap, like this orange, like the ideas, and like the fox is just really helping me explore, and it's fun, right? Foxes are fun and mischievous, exploring new ways to build my business, to deepen my gifts, and with the whale to both hone myself and to ride through storms and to be incredibly powerful, and yet very it kind of like there's this kind of slowness and gradualness and very powerful aspects to the whales, and this beautiful inner peace. And then of course crystalline, these beautiful upgrades, and this connection with unity. And so there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. I'd highly recommend booking Amanda. She's very talented. If you get time, please take a look at the highlights of the session that I did with her. You can see that on, if you go to jonbinnie.com and the testimonials page, you'll see in the client session highlights, which is about halfway down the page, you'll see Amanda's highlights of her session there. And that was truly incredible to help her. And likewise, in this energy exchange, Amanda's session for me was just truly beautiful. And I just want to say a massive thank you. And please do book in Amanda. She's incredible. So thank you. Sending my love from Scotland.